and welcome back to the channel. This is our first of the 2024 catch-ups with British Talent Cup rider Lucas Brown here. How you doing, Lucas? You all right? Cool, thank you very much. Last season, in our last update, we didn't quite get to the end of the season through reasons out of our control, unfortunately, but last season finished pretty strongly for Lucas with 5 podiums coming the end of the season, and I think it was 6th in the championship overall, wasn't it? I know the hope had been slightly higher in it, but a couple of mechanicals and threw a couple of gremlins in the works.
A couple of unforced errors.
A couple of unforced errors, but that's racing. But it's been a long off season, and you've had plenty of time to get yourself in the right headspace again for 2024. With a lot of training out in Spain again.
Yeah, no, pre-season's been good. I left here in, I think, November-ish, and then came back on and off. Back from Spain on and off, so been training out there with Carl Smith, and yeah, it's been really good. Picked up a couple of little injuries here and there, and I had a quite decent injury with my elbow. Not so far out from the season, but luckily that healed before Navarra.
And how did you manage to do that?
It's a secret. Training.
Training. So I know from what I've been seeing, you've been doing quite a lot of stuff: cycling, mountain biking, running, rock climbing, all sorts of fun.
Yeah, no, all sorts. So yeah, rock climbing, mountain biking, road cycling, running, hiking. Motocross, road racing, obviously. Yeah, all different kinds of training. And
it's been good to work with a rider of Carl's level as well, because he's kind of been there, done it, got the t-shirt and ridden in pretty much every class you can imagine.
Yeah, Carl has really good experience from World Championship level. He's made it all the way to Moto2 and then come across to World Supersport and made it up to World Superbikes.
Yeah.
So yeah, he's racing this year. I think in the IDM.
That's right. I think
German
he's
Supersport Championship.
That's right. Starting this weekend, I think, in Sachsenring. Yes. I believe he said. Yeah. I know last season he had to miss the season for injury, but I think working with you has fired him up.
Yeah, we train well together. We push each other along, because it's not only training for me, it's training for him as well a little bit.
Yeah.
Because I can sort of push him in some areas. But no, feeling good on the bike. Been riding really well, so yeah. So
you've been working with your big brother, basically.
Yeah, pretty much.
Well, it's good that you two are getting on well. That's the main thing.
Yeah. So
that's good. It's good to see. And it's a lovely part of Spain out there as well, isn't it?
Yeah, very nice.
Yeah, I know it very, very, very well. Anyway, moving on. You've changed teams as well coming into this season. You're now with the Sencat talent team, aren't you? With my house, Victoria.
Yeah. So Steve Patrickson from S25 is sort of retired from the paddock, so that left us without a ride, and it kind of got confirmed a little bit late. But yeah, I'm now with Sencat talent team or Mortimer Racing. So yeah,
it looks like it's a good setup, a really supportive, good setup. I know we were discussing it just now, but you've got good backing of team owner, and the mechanics, technicians are all on point.
Yeah. So in my corner, I've got Keith from the team, who acts as like a sort of crew chief a little bit and more of a mechanic. Got my dad as my mechanic. Reese Peacock, he's also a mechanic for me. We've got Richard Mortimer, who's like team coordinator, as team boss, and then we've got Dawn Hammersley on the media side of stuff. Obviously, I've got my mum helping me. I've got Victor Rodriguez helping me with data and stuff like that. So yeah, it's really good setup.
Nice to have that support around you.
Yeah.
So obviously the season kicked off, well, it was last weekend, wasn't it?
Yes.
Out in Navarra, out in Spain, which you get people rumbling, oh, it's British Championship and they're going out to Spain. But you know what? I say going to start the season out in springtime in Spain is a hell of a lot better than a damp Silverstone, isn't it?
Yeah. I much preferred Navarra than the triangle that we have over here. But no, it was a good round, man. I enjoyed the track, and it was a good meeting from BSB.
Oh, brilliant. I know. I really did enjoy it myself from what I saw of it. But I suppose there's no way around it. The trophy collection has grown a little bit, hasn't it?
Yeah, just a little bit.
So let's talk through the meetings. How did the meeting go?
Pretty well, to be honest. We went out in... So we had, I think, a test on Wednesday, Thursday.
Yeah.
A no, Thursday, Friday. So we went out in Thursday just to learn the bike, just get back on the bike. So I hadn't ridden the bike since last round of last year, which was October. So a whole 6 months almost off the bike.
Yeah.
So went back out, got used to it, and then after that went out on the day 2 and started trying to push a little bit more. I crashed in the morning session, which was only a slight tip off. That we repaired the bike and got back out in the same session, and then ended up, I think, P9 overall at the end of the day, which was a little bit disappointing, but we were trying different stuff and we were in the mix. We wasn't too far off at all, so that was really positive. And then coming into Saturday was FP1, FP2 qualifying in race 1. So FP1 and FP2 was good again. No, we come from obviously being P9 on the test day and then ended up coming out of FP2, I think, in the top 3. So was really happy with that. And then qualifying, which is not my strong point. I'm not really a one-lap wizard. I'm more of a race guy. So yeah. I managed to get P2 in the end, which was, I think, only like 0.1 off.
That's say you're just under a second off, weren't you?
Well,
literally a thousandth of a second, 10th of a second. Yeah.
Yes, we were really close to pole, but yeah, we sort of, I think, sort of most of the top 3 were on their own, but yeah, we did a whole session on my own, and then I tried to get in a last lap, but got caught up with traffic, so we not got bumped down to second, but I couldn't try and improve on the last lap to get pole. Then we went out for race 1 from second, and then yeah, had a really good start. Ended up within the top 5 that broke away, and then I was sitting in P2, or maybe I was leading, and I was leading, and then another rider overtook me, and as he overtook me, as he cut back in, he clipped my front wheel, and then that was pretty sketchy. So I had to roll off the throttle and then dropped all the way back to 5th. Luckily, just staying with the group, and then as I was making my way through, that same rider decided to, well, not decided, but accidentally took the 3 in front of me out, so it was just me and one other rider.
That was Julian, wasn't it? You and Julian left.
Me and Julian left, and then yeah, it was a good fight to the end. But I waited till the last lap, and then yeah, I passed him, but he passed me back just before the line. Because
that bit, the knock on the wheel down the straight, that was that was race 1, wasn't it? That's what you're talking about. Yeah. There's a little bit of a heart and mouth moment, I'd say. It was
yeah, it was pretty intense.
Yeah. Well, one for down to experience there, I guess. But that second place is as close to a win as you're gonna get without winning there, isn't it?
It really set up the rest of the weekend. Though it was what we needed.
Yeah.
We needed a good strong start to the season, and it was exactly what we got. So yeah, it was really happy with that.
You had 2 more races, didn't you, on Sunday after that?
Yes. So Sunday we had morning walk, which we didn't go out, and then we had race 2 and race 3. So then in race 2, I was 3rd on the grid, I think, and then we started 3rd. I think I was 2nd into turn 1 or something. Anyway, so at the start I was sort of battling with the front 3. We were still in a breakaway of 5, but it was really us front 3 that were battling out. And then I was first, leading across the line, and then the red flag came out. And then when it got restarted, obviously I started from pole, but I just couldn't really get back into my rhythm.
Yeah.
Not sure why, but yeah, we struggled off the restart. Not so much the start. The start was good, but it was just like the first 2-3 laps, the pace just wasn't there.
Yeah.
And then we recovered from that, and then made it back into 4th. And then coming onto that straight on the last lap, I had a bit of a moment, and then sort of just decided to sort of sit tight.
Settle for points.
Yeah.
Settle for points. 4th. It was a close 4th still. I mean, you weren't a million miles away from it, were you? So it's kind of, you still see the front.
I managed to miss a gear somehow out the final corner, and I was still held 4th, and only I think 2 or 3 attempts off the win.
Yeah, so. Again, it's not to be sneezed at, is it?
No.
And I think moving on now, more importantly, is going on to race 3. This is where a plan came together and you executed it.
Yeah.
Let's just put it that way.
Yeah, so I started again on the front row. I think I was 2nd, so been on the front row the whole weekend, which was really good for me. So we went into the race with sort of a good mindset, and got a good start again, so really good on the starts in the whole of the weekend. And then yeah, we sort of battled through the front, and in race 1 I sort of was trying to battle at the front, and unfortunately contact put me to the back, whereas in race 2 I sort of sat at the back and tried to charge, but it didn't work, so I went with the same strategy as race 1 of just trying to hold, like stay at the front and try and brake at some point during the race. So sort of me and Julian battling for the lead, and then Emmanuel was behind me trying to sort of take positions where he could on me. But then sort of I passed Julian, and then I didn't see him again, so he actually retired, but I didn't know that at the time. So I thought it was still a group of 5, but it was a group of 4. But I still led for, I think, 3 laps in a row. I think in total out of the 14 laps I led 9 of them, or 8 of them, something like that. So really good for me to be leading. But yeah, I was trying to break away, but didn't quite break. But no, we held the lead for the majority of the race, and then coming into the final lap, I thought I did enough, but then Emmanuel passed me into the last corner, and I managed to get the cut back on the exit and held it to the line somehow.
Well, you managed to take it. That's the most important thing, isn't it? I mean, looking at your timings, your lap times are all really consistent. Yeah, no, the whole group was sort of fast in qualifying, but then in the races we weren't as quick. That was just because the pace wasn't as quick. Maybe something to do with the heat or the temperature. But, new surface as well, isn't it? The surface different over circuit.
Yeah, in some corners.
Yeah.
But no, we were really strong all weekend. We had good pace, and we were consistently with the times.
And how did it feel then, crossing that line and knowing you got your first win? How did that feel?
Oh, it was amazing. It was like a weight off my shoulders. It was like, finally I did it.
So now that hopefully those floodgates are open now.
Yeah. I mean, they come like buses.
You're looking up there, and you know you've got the full set now. You got your third place, you got your second places, and you got the win.
Yeah.
And coming out of that round, you're going into round 2, which isn't this weekend, where BSB are, but your next round is technically round 3 of BSB at Donington, isn't it? On the 17th, 18th, and 19th of May. So you're going into that in the lead of a championship.
Yeah. Yeah.
And
so
that's a good position to be in, isn't it?
Yeah. No, it's quite surprising actually. I didn't realise until the weekend was over that we're sort of leading the championship, but it's not something we need to think about at the minute. It's
a long way.
Yeah,
it's a long way. But I think the thing is consistency and points.
Yeah, definitely.
Keep those coming, and the wins will follow, won't they?
Yeah.
So yeah, keep it pushing. I mean, it's great news. So moving on then, obviously British Talent Cup isn't the only racing that you're doing this year. You've been doing a bit with the as you have been for years with Fab as well, haven't you? The mini bikes, so to speak.
So thank you to AMR Pit Bikes, who sort of sponsor me a bike every year. Well, not every year. They sponsored me it last year, and they've sponsored me again this year. So that allows me to train over here and race over here in the Fab Racing Pit Bike Championship. So that round 1 was at Lid, I think 2 weeks ago now.
2 or 3 weeks ago, I think it was.
Now. And yeah, so we went there. We only managed to get there for the Saturday and the Sunday. So I managed to qualify pole. I qualified second. Didn't quite manage pole, but then I won race 1 and then won race 2 after some good battles with Chris Wells.
Yeah, last minute corner, wasn't it?
Yeah. One of them was a bit tight on there.
Bit of an apology to Chris on that one, I think. But
yeah, sorry, Chris.
that's racing.
No, it was a good laugh all weekend, and yeah, there was definitely no hard feelings after that pass. But yeah, so we managed to win race 1 and race 2, and then race 3 got called off. So
I think it was track contamination or something.
Yeah, so we'll have an extra race at some other round this year, but I'm not sure which one yet.
Are you committed to the whole season on that if it works to plan?
Well, we're going to try and do as many as we can. Yeah. Obviously, you know, we kind of got to race a little bit on a budget, so it's not we can't start doing loads of stuff. Yeah. But yeah, we'll try and do as many as we can.
Well, for anyone listening out there, you just heard it. They're racing on a budget here, and this lad's leading with a national, international level championship, really. Yeah. So if anyone out there wants to get in touch and help support this lad, please get in contact with me, and I can make the introductions for you. Obviously, that leads us on quite nicely to sponsorship, really, because a lot of this wouldn't be possible if it wasn't for the sponsors out there helping you out. And I think you've got a fair through to rattle through.
Big thank you to Senkat actually for first off sponsoring the team this year. It's allowed me to feel nice at home with Chris, because he's the main sponsor. But and it makes the bike look really good. So thank you to him. I've also got Amphibian Scaffolding, Rock Oil, NGK Spark Plugs. Thank you to Coverwell. He's helped me out this year as well. We've also got Wiz Racing. We've got Helmet City. Got Facelift Home Improvements, Crawley Boxing Gym. We've got Amphibian Apparel. We've got Muck Junkie, MotoGusto. I think that's all of them.
Well, you've got the this new chap just down the road in Horsham as well now, haven't you? He's been helping out, hasn't he? Yeah, well, Roberto, he's a good guy down at RP course. If anyone needs bits and pieces sorting on their bikes, get in contact with him. Roberto's a good guy. He knows what he's doing, and he's keen to get involved and help people, isn't he?
Yeah, no, it's really nice.
I think he's helped you out with some chains and bits and pieces, hasn't he?
Yes.
Chains and sprockets. Yes. Yeah, cool. But I think that leaves it pretty much up to date now, isn't it? So what's the plan now? You're heading out to Spain again, I think, you say?
Yeah, so no, Tuesday I go up to Spain with Kyle. I don't get back till the Thursday of the race weekend at Donington, so I fly into East Midlands and then find my way back to the track.
Yeah, just thumb a lift or catch the bus, something like that. Anyway, look, brilliant. Thanks for talking to us, Lucas, and good luck for the next round. Enjoy Spain, and if Cole's watching this before he goes away, good luck at Saxon Ring, mate.
Cheers.
Thank you.